Well, the Democrats have proposed the Green New Deal, and the basic tenets of it have now been embraced by their presumptive nominee, Joe Biden. Those pushing the radical notion of ending fossil fuel use within 10 years because, well, after all, they believe the Earth is only going to last for 11 years. They've said, we've got to do this now. So before you vote for Joe Biden to be president, and for Democrats in the House or Senate or in the governor's office in your state, you might just consider what the Green New Deal would mean to you. Now, it's easier than ever to explain what it would mean to you. Because if you have enjoyed the stay-at-home orders and the inability to travel during the coronavirus scare, you are really going to love the Green New Deal. Airplanes, cars, trucks, and cruise ships aren't going to be around under the Green New Deal because, after all, they run on fossil fuels, which, by the way, we have plenty of. In fact, we could go for hundreds of years on existing resources and still not run out. Now, the pandemic has caused people to stay home for fear of a virus. In the Green New Deal, you'll stay home because unless you can walk or ride a bike, you aren't going to have a way to get to grandma's house or the store, church, or to take a vacation. And since meat will mostly be eliminated because cows and other livestock produce methane gas when they pass gas, grocery shelves are going to be stocked with tofu and plant substitutes instead of my beloved ribeyes and pork chops. Now, if you eat that tofu stuff, there's probably going to be another toilet paper shortage. But unless you live on a farm, since trucks aren't going to be allowed to burn fuel and bring produce to your supermarket, I'm not sure how your groceries are going to get to you anyway. So you better learn how to plant a garden. Well, that is, unless you live in Michigan, where the governor there doesn't think you ought to be able to buy vegetable seeds or go fishing. And next, look around your house for some plastic things that you have and that you use. Better hang on to them if you like them, because they disappear with the Green New Deal. And I'm not sure how you're going to power your iPhone, laptop, or your TV when you've got to run your entire household on the amount of electricity provided by a hamster running on a little wheel. And get used to washing your clothes the way your great-grandmother did, with a washing board, and drying them with a clothesline in your lawn or apartment balcony. I hope you don't mind your neighbors seeing your underwear waving like a team flag at the playoffs. And by the way, if you live in a cold climate, be really careful about those frozen articles of clothing. They will actually break like glass if you aren't careful. One of the worst whippings I ever got when I was a kid was for going out and breaking my grandmother's frozen underwear that was hanging on the line after a hard freeze. Well, we've experienced lots of inconveniences during the pandemic, but at least we believe they're temporary. In the Green New Deal, we're talking about permanent changes of the way we live. And I hope you liked online church, because unless you live in walking distance, you're going to be out of luck. Remember, no cars. But younger people who might think that Greta Thunberg is some kind of prophet, and also those who push for these measures, I just say, get ready for the sacrifices of giving up air conditioning in the summer and fossil-fueled heat in the winter, both at home and at school. Now, to help students prepare, I think we ought to go ahead and turn off the AC at their schools and disable air conditioning in their cars in the summer. Hey, they ain't going to like that in Arizona. And just like their ancestors who walked or maybe rode mules to school, students under the Green New Deal for sure are going to walk, but the mule, out of the question, because it might emit flatulence, which, according to the disciples of the Green New Deal, will destroy the planet. Yes, a hidden blessing to all of us, losing jobs, income, freedom, mobility, investment, retirement accounts, convenience, and all forms of common sense, is that we are now better prepared to live in an America run by the people who think you'd rather have their Green New Deal than to enjoy the benefits of a free market and a free people. If Americans really are dumb enough to elect politicians who will destroy our freedom and our prosperity, then the coronavirus ain't the worst thing that can happen to our brains and our country. Wait, don't click that button. Well, unless it was the subscribe button, and then carry on. And while you're down there, hit that little notification bell too. Oh, and if you leave a like and a comment, I will personally give my dog Toby a treat. leave a like, feed a dog, as I always say.